Hey there guys, so the last time in anime, we saw that Noel had a grandfather who was the strongest seeker, but one day he alone went to stop the monster stampede. As a result, he died. But at the moment of his death, he took a promise from Noel that he'll become the strongest seeker just like him, so to fulfill that promise Noel started his journey and joined a party. But the only downside about him was that he has support ability, but his support power was really something. This support class is called Talker. And the next step Noel wanted to take was to make a clan so that they could earn a decent amount of money, but Lloyd and Tanya were against it at first, because they need 20 million to create a clan and the party funds were 12, so Noel offers his savings to make up for it, and only then Lloyd and Tanya agreed. But the next day his friend Walter came in panic to Noel because Lloyd and Tanya betrayed them and ran away with their money. In the letter Lloyd said he made a failed investment and is in debt, so he repaid the debt with their party fund. So Noel started laughing because he never expected that a chivalrous person like Lloyd would do something like this. Anyways, Walter went to Lloyd's room, but he saw the room was cleaned up and the innkeeper gave him this letter. The innkeeper also said Lloyd and Tanya checked out last night at 8. So half the day has already passed, but the city's gatekeepers must have a record of people leaving so they can dig up from which gate they left. They must have gone on foot, so it will be easy to catch them. Walter was in a hurry, but Noel asks what will they do if they find them. They are backstabbers, plus Walter can't beat Lloyd alone. And even if they beat them they can't have their money back. That's why those two pretended they were coupled to run away. And Noel also knows a way to catch them. He went to tavern where seekers gathered and announced that Lloyd and Tanya betrayed them. So if anyone catches them alive will get 2 million as a reward. Task was simple, so one of the seeker accepted the job. Noel tells them that two are traveling on foot, and that makes it easier to catch them. So one party went off, and after them, many others took it, but then an old man approaches them. He said he did saw them last night, but Noel decided to give him only half, which means 1 million. Because he's an old guy and Noel knew he won't get high-paid jobs like this easily, plus he'll need help from Noel and Walter, so no bargain. 1 million was final and not a penny above. Noel knew the old man wouldn't be able to reject the easy 1 million, and old man opened up. They went through Varley Road of the South Gate. So he told him to get his party ready and he'd meet them at the South Gate. He sent Walter first because he had something to prepare, so after a while, he met everyone at the gates. But Walter was still not ready to fight Lloyd and Tanya, but Noel was ready even if it meant killing them. Noel said people tend to betray their comrades, so they have to be mentally prepared for everything. Noel had prepared himself ahead of time and told Walter to wait here if he wanted to, so eventually, Walter tags along and the scene shifts to Tanya and Lloyd. He assures Tanya that Noel will not waste his time because he knows he will not get his money back, but he was mistaken. Noel caught them and stunned them with his ability. Then Noel asked him about their recent payment money, and Lloyd had used it to repay his debt from failed investment. But Noel knew it wasn't the failed investment, he lost money in gambling. But instead of feeling guilty, that fucker shouts out that he was under pressure as a leader as the debt kept rising, so they don't have the right to blame him because they all chose him the leader. But no one told him to become leader because he himself said he wants to be a leader. Noel gave a good stomping in anger, and there was no room for forgiveness for this. Then Tanya begged Lloyd to stop and Noel asked if she would take his place. Noel used a mind manipulation spell on her, and Tanya reveals she also gambled the money with Lloyd. It's a talker's skill. But then Tanya said Noel would be jailed because mind spells are illegal to use. But Noel said if it's used to catch a criminal, it will be excused, so no matter what. The two are going to prison for at least 10 years where they'll work like slaves in mines. But now the old man wanted his money and Noel told him to wait. He was impatient. So Noel punches him and knocks him out. His grandpa had taught him that he should punch the area of the upper place of the heart. Talker doesn't have offense or defense, so it was a way for Noel to survive. And after that, a fancy carriage arrived from which a clown came out. Pinocchio was a slave trader and it was his family business. Plus he's the new head of his family. He's a vicious person with a wicked personality, and Noel is planning to sell the two to make up for the money they stole, and if not this, then Noel has to send them to jail where they'll have hard labor for 10 years. The survival rate in jail is just 2%, so it's better to be sold as a slave to a good master. Then Finn quickly appraises them and offers only 6 million. Finn said it's a bad timing going around because if the church finds out he bought a high-priced slave, he's done for it. So Noel said his price is 11 million and Finn accidentally accepted it. Then Noel said 12 when Finn rejected it, so price kept rising and finally Finn threatened Noel. So Noel tells him he'll spread the word that Finn got a slave worth 15 million, that way he could sell them for 30 million. More so these two are young, so it will attract good customers who maybe even hefty customers that could even give triple for them. Finn calms down considering the profit that comes. And after thinking Finn wanted Noel to join his family because of his cruel nature, but Noel rejected it. Then Finn threatened the old mans to not leak this matter or he would kill their family to feed his pigs. Tanya was begging to Noel, but Noel said she could betray him once so she could do it again. So she turned to Walter and said if he liked her he should stand up. She showed her bitch side, and the servants took her away, but all of these things shaked Walter from the inside. Noel dealt with the old man and gave them their payment, and he said Neil is a demon, but Noel doesn't mind. Then the next day Walter decided to leave the Seeker's work, it was too much for him. So Noel tried to make him understand that things like betrayal happens, but Walter was done with it, and Noel respected his choice. He was weak from the heart and Noel left. Walter knew Tanya actually liked Noel the most, but Noel wants to get stronger and nothing else. Walter knew that's what makes him unique and missed the old days with the party and wished Noel luck with his broken heart, and Noel decided to create his party from scratch. And that is where our episode 2 comes to an end, but that was really satisfying to watch where the backstabbers gets what they deserve, especially girls. So please recommend more anime like this one where backstabbers gets the taste of karma in the comments section, so that I could watch them. Till then, take care.